Here we are. So thank you everybody for being here this morning. My name is Alexandra Sauve. I'm an independent consultant and I'm an executive national vice president with this incredible company that we call Arbonne. And I'm so excited for all of you guys that are joining in either live or listening to this recording afterwards, because I can tell you that this business can be so transformative. So as I speak about this business that has transformed my life, I'm going to encourage you to go see earnings.arbonne.com to see what's typical with this business and what we can earn with it. And so on that note, I was just getting ready and I was like thinking, oh my God, I'm so pumped. I love what I do. I'm so grateful that Arbonne found me. And I'm so grateful that you're taking a look at this, because I often say that having a closed mind closes us off to opportunities. So congratulations for having an open mind this morning. And so to give you a little bit of a perspective on who I am, I'm actually somebody who grew up in a very small town with 40,000 people. I grew up from working class parents. I always had a dream of working in fashion and building a career within that field. And so when I was first approached to do this thing, I was confused and borderline insulted that somebody thought that I would be good at doing something like this. Okay. I'll give you guys a perspective of that. I thought that I would literally have to have inventory up to my ears in my 1-bedroom apartment in Montreal, where I had just moved. I thought that I would have to cash and carry and take some money out and be delivering products to people's houses. And so the idea of doing a business like this was really, really not appealing whatsoever. And I look back to what my life looked like then and how from the outside looking in, it didn't look so bad. But the reality was that every night I was going to bed thinking about how I was going to be paying off extra additional financials, like worries and all these different things. And I didn't think that Arbonne would be it. But I can tell you, this business didn't transform my life from day one, but I'm so grateful that I actually had an open mind and I went to the meeting to see what it was actually about. And in honest truth, I actually came to the meeting, and maybe you're listening to this recording in the same aspect and you're like, I'm just going to listen to say thanks, but no thanks, and say that I got the information. And that's cool, because that's what I was like when I came to take a look at the business. And when I walked into that meeting, one of the astounding things was, first of all, the culture of a business. I thought, like, my God, I had never seen people cheering each other on from left and right like this, like ever before. And then I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is something that it was far bigger than I ever thought before. I never seen anything like this. So I thought, okay, as I walked out of that meeting, I had hope that something different could change in my life. It didn't change right away. And I was having a conversation with a friend this week, and she said, when did everything really change for you? And to give you a perspective, I started this business in 2011. And we all have different journeys, and this is what I truly love with Arbonne, is that there's people that are at 18 and there's people that are 75 starting a business like this. You have to be at least 18 to start a business like this. We come from all walks of life. There's all kinds of different backgrounds, ethnicities, and I love it all. And we all have different journeys in this. And I was having a conversation with someone this week, and I said, you know what? January 14, 2014 was the day that I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, Sydney, who is just here in my room right now. And I thought, oh my gosh, as much as most people would be excited when they're pregnant, I was definitely terrified of what my life would look like as a mom, as a working mom. I didn't want to be that woman chasing after her freedom. I didn't want to be a woman chasing after a raise. I didn't want to be chasing after somebody else to tell me what my value would be. I didn't want any of those things. And so suddenly this side gig suddenly became my only option. And I became on a relentless pursuit and literally lit my soul on fire and started sharing this business, because I then realized what potential I could have. And so today my life looks totally different than when I first said yes to Arbonne, and then when I actually decided to actually build this business actively to the top level of the business. Today I have I consider it a global empire. I love the fact that I have 2 daughters now. I'm married to the love of my life. I have 2 beautiful daughters. One of them is 1 year old. The other one is 6 years old. And I'm a stepmom to 3 beautiful older boys, and life is busy, but life is busy doing everything that I actually love. And that's what I love about this business, is that whatever you love, you can build it around it. And so my business is literally built around my life and not the other way around. And so I really feel this is suited to people who actually have a busy lifestyle, that are looking to add some additional income, to add some additional time, because you actually get to create leverage by not only building a clientele, but also building a sales team along with yourself. And so what is Arbonne? Arbonne is not a new gig. It's not a new gig. It's not a new company. It's a 41-year-old company. It was established in 1980. And our founder, when he said he dreamt of Arbonne, he dreamt of it to be a place where people could flourish. And I love that. And I love the fact that Arbonne is currently the largest vegan company in the world. And that has always been his standing. Peter always stood by these 4 core values that really speak to me today. I can tell you that when I came to Arbonne, I definitely was not an example of like perfect health. I was definitely somebody who didn't necessarily take care of my nutrition. I didn't necessarily take care of my skin. And it has totally transformed me to be part of a community that takes care of all those things. So the number one core value that Arbonne has is, of course, health. So we really master mind, body, and skin approach. And so the number one thing is health, overall health. What we put on our skin absolutely does matter. Think about it. People medicate with patches today. So think about if we put something on our skin on a day-to-day basis, how it can actually affect us with long-term. Just a little bit goes a long way, right? And so in North America, our standards are far different than what they are in Europe. And Arbonne has always stood by European standards. And so to give you an idea, Arbonne takes away over 2,000 ingredients that could be harmful for our health. Here where I live in Canada, there's only approximately 350 ingredients that are banned by Health Canada. And in the US, there's approximately 12 ingredients that are banned. And so that means that when you're purchasing a product at the pharmacy or whatnot, let's say this, you're purchasing this and it says vitamin A, B, C, D, they're not lying to you. They're putting that vitamin in there. But what they're not telling you is the type of fillers that they're adding pretty much in 80% of the bottle. And so what's really reassuring to me, especially as a mom today, is that when I purchase my Arbonne products, I don't have to question what's in them. Arbonne gets delivered directly to my house, and I literally get to not have to worry about what the ingredients are because I know that they're superior. They're actually far superior than what they are in the best standards of the world. So think about it, like in Europe, they ban over 1,400 ingredients. Arbonne bans over 2,000. So we've always combined the best of science and the best of nature combined together. So often enough people say, is Arbonne natural? I'm like, no, it's better than natural. Because if you have natural, think about it. If you put an avocado on your face, you might think that that's great for you, but it doesn't actually have science to give you the results. Whereas Arbonne combines the best of nature and the best of science to give you the results. And on another hand, when you're using a natural product, one of the biggest things is that you have to keep it at a certain temperature. You have to avoid too much water because it could create mildew and all these different things. And so those are the main reasons why I personally love using Arbonne. And that is really in case why most people become, I would say most, generally all people become independent consultants and ambassadors with Arbonne is because we're super fan clients of what the values stand for and what the products do for us. And so that's the number one standard with Arbonne. It's really the fact that we stand for that high standard of ingredient policy. The number two is animal health. Okay, so if you have animals here, or if you're listening in and you have animals, just go hooray! We are an animal friendly company. We have always been. I see Char going, yeah. So we have always been an animal friendly company. We have always never tested on animals. We've never had any animal byproducts, and even all of our ingredients have never been tested on animals or had animal byproducts. So that is really, really important when you're taking a look at a company that really stands by core values, and that they didn't become vegan because it was cool or it was trendy. It's actually part of our DNA. So we've had 41 years of anchoring stability, of culture, of ups and downs that have made us who we are today. And now what I'm super proud of, especially being a mom, is thinking about planet health in the future. And Arbonne is like piloting what it looks like to be a sustainable company. So not only are we certified on so many different things, we're vegan certified, we're non-GMO certified, we're gluten-free certified, we're halal, we're kosher. We just literally got the Nobel Prize of all certifications in the last year, which is the B certification. So I'm going to show you the logo because I think it's important to discover what the logo stands for. Because as consumers, we all consume, we all purchase every day. What I love is B Corp certified companies are changing the world. They are companies that stand for the good of people and the good of the planet. And so knowing that, they have to go through a rigorous audit. And I actually researched what B Corp certified companies are doing right now. It's unbelievable when it comes to their sustainability efforts. But to get a certification like a B Corp certification, right now, as we stand, there's over 100,000 companies that have put their submission to become B Corp, and only 3,500 companies have actually been certified. So only 3.5% of companies who are submitting their application are being certified B Corp because it's so rigorous in terms of getting those approvals. So they have to make sure that When we harvest our shea butter in Africa, we have to make sure that the well-being of the people grabbing that is proper, because we're good for the people, good for the planet. When they go to the warehouse, they have to make sure that the welfare of all those people, and the same thing goes down the line in terms of what we do for the people and what we do for the planet. And so what I love is, of course, all our products are biodegradable. The packaging is recycled and recyclable. And when it comes to the new system, what I love is, one of my favorite products is an Arbonne Fizz Stick, which is an energy fizz stick. And when it comes like this is not necessarily recyclable, like recycled. Yeah, you can put it in a recycling bin. But Arbonne has an Arbonne Cycle program that you just drop this in a free envelope that you order online. It's $0. It's $0 to ship back to Arbonne. And literally, you put it in an envelope, Arbonne grabs it back, and they create jungle gym, park benches, and all kinds of cool stuff with that. We're also a carbon neutral company, which I think stands a lot for all of our sustainability efforts. So when people purchase online, like they would purchase anything online, like we're in a virtual world. The transition and timings and trends, everybody's been purchasing online since 2011. It's been a major transition. And so when you're purchasing online, as a consumer, when Arbonne's box gets dropped to your door, Arbonne calculates the emission that was put out with a program with UPS, and they calculate the emission that was put out to make sure that they plan to treat to counteract that, the CO2 in the air, which is like, wow. And then the fourth factor is the community. And I can tell you that the community has absolutely transformed my life. I didn't come into this business thinking that I needed new friends, but I love the fact that I'm part of a culture that it really is all about positive thinking and enhancing and progressing your life one step forward. And above and beyond that, we have a Flourish Foundation that you can round up any order or just to give a straight up donation to the charity. And Arbonne actually gives back those dollars to communities, to young teenagers, young children in the communities of Arbonne. That, like, let's say I live in Montreal, I could ask and request Arbonne to donate to school, after school program, to donate to raise the self-esteem in young teenagers. So I love that. Okay, so now let's talk about timing and trends. I've just slipped a little bit about how people are shopping more online. What I'm thinking about is, like, when people say, why would I start an Arbonne business right now? Okay, let's talk about how the progression of the world has been going over the last decade. Okay, people are shopping online more than ever. More than ever, people want to be their own boss. This is a great way to get started with a home-based business. That's $59 Canadian, $49 US. And the last thing is the trend of healthy living. Healthy living is a $4.2 trillion industry, and it is going to continue to grow. And it's actually proven that people consume. 92% of people who've actually purchased something was based off them seeing someone else use it on social media. So we're in a social selling atmosphere, and this is the time. We just recently got purchased by a multi-billion-dollar euro company that's called Groupe Rocher in 2018. And this company actively does business in over 100 countries. Now, when I look at Arbonne, right now we are currently in only 6 countries. We are doing business in Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, and the UK. So you can literally be building your business in any one of those countries at all. So I could be living in Canada, but I could have all of my clientele in the UK. I have no barriers as to where I could actually be building my business whatsoever. And the cool thing is that we are currently in 6 countries, but we're not limited to 6 countries. We will be opening up new countries as we progress. And so that is really, really exciting. And so I always tell people, as much as I have a 1-year-old baby at home, I just get so excited about where Arbonne is going. And so the simplicity of how this actually works. So as opposed to what I thought I had to do when I was approached by this business, is like selling door-to-door products and doing all that stuff, I recognize that when I got started with an Arbonne business for $59 Canadian, $49 US, all I was doing was going to continue to do what I was already doing, but purchasing it my own store at a discount and sharing that with other people and building a business and building my brand with it. That's simply what we do. So think about what you use on a daily basis. Arbonne has over 350 products and so many different product categories. So we've got skincare, nutrition, baby products, men care, a full vegan makeup line, and it just goes on and on. And you got so many different types of supplements. And so all of those things that Arbonne has, we are currently typically using them. Like I think about shampoo, body care, all these different things. I was already going to purchase those things anyway, so that I just decided to purchase them in my own store and share them with other people. So how do we get paid? How do we get paid is simple. We share with products, and I love this because if I have a client that purchases in my Arbonne store and I make the effort, I share the products, I share what I love, because that's really what Arbonne's about. Arbonne doesn't pay for marketing. They want true ambassadors and true people that are actually using the products, feeling the difference, and sharing the love for it. And so when I share the products and my love for it, somebody purchases directly online, and they literally, it gets shipped directly to their house. I don't have to ship it to their house or do any of those things. I can have my client to anywhere in the 6 countries that Arbonne does business in, and Arbonne will pay me my commission, which is 15 to 35% commission every Tuesday. So we get paid every single Tuesday. Now, the fascinating thing about this is that, yes, this is an effort-based business. But what I love, and what I heard from one of my favorite speakers, Jim Rohn, years ago, he said that profits are better than wages. And what does he mean by that? That means that if I make the effort to build one client and she actually purchases, so let's say Diane becomes my client, she purchases online, where the 30 days to healthy living, she feels fantastic after 30 days and 40 days and ongoing, and she needs to purchase protein again because she really loves this lifestyle. She's going to go directly back online, like she would with most online retailers. She goes directly online, purchases again, it gets delivered to her house. But the cool thing is that because I was the one that shared it and Diane is attached to my name, every time Diane shops, I get my 15 to 35% commission. And this is when we talk about building profits versus wages. And so imagine the impact of having not only one client, but maybe 10 clients and hundreds of clients that you've built, because the power of our business is word of mouth. And every client is a testimonial as to what the products can do. And so I love that. The second way we can earn is, of course, our overrides program. And so we build leverage off of the network that we actually build. So we not only share products with clients, but we also share products with clients who then also want to become ambassadors. So Arbonne will give you a reward. It's called an override, 6% up to 18%, depending on your leadership level. And from that point on, you actually get paid on the sales that are happening within that network that you've built. And that's just a thank you from Arbonne for saying thank you for your leadership. Thank you for developing our business, because we're not sold in stores. We're not sold anywhere else, but throughout the online network. So the only way that we grow is if other people are sharing word of mouth our business. And of course, we have other different ways to reward. I always say that I've never been so recognized for my efforts in this business, but I've never recognized other people so much in this business. And that's why I really feel like it's a whole heart business, that it's just like good vibes all around, that we get to celebrate other people. And I love, love, love that. And so coming back to the basics, there's 4 levels of management. Most people start this business as a hobby, and they start this as a side gig. So they start it really as something that is just alongside their current career. They get started at the same place. We all start at the same place. I did not show up in Arbonne as an executive national vice president. I showed up here as an independent consultant, like every single other person. And that's why this is a ground floor. This is the same. We all start at the same place, and we get to determine where we want to go based on our own efforts. And so as I talk about the compensation plan, I'm going to encourage you to go see earnings.arbonne.com to see everything that I'm going to be talking to you about right this second. So you start at independent consultant. And if you have the desire to build an active business with this, you are going to be encouraged to go to district manager. District manager is an average income, a monthly average of $350 Canadian. Some people earn less, some people earn more. And at that level, you can earn a sales reward achievement award, which that's based on you and your team's efforts. You can get $240 achievement award additional on that override. The second level of management is area manager. Okay, I love area manager because at that level, you can will your business. And so all the efforts, the clients that you've built, the network that you've built, all of that becomes now an asset that you can put in your will. God forbid something happens to you. So if God forbid something happens to you, every time your clients shop online, that gives you commission. That gives you an override that you can will to somebody else that's close to you. So the average monthly commissions and overrides at area manager level is approximately $1,600 Canadian. Some people earn less, some people earn more. And at that level, we can earn an achievement award of $480 based on ourselves and our team's efforts. rewards. The third level of management is the very exciting level of regional vice president. That is the average 2% of the company that achieve this level. That's if you've seen a white Mercedes on the road, you just have to know that that person has decided and chosen to build this business actively, and they have transformed so many lives by the 30 Days to Healthy Living program and by sharing this business and the benefits of our products. So at the third level of this, the third level of the business, that is regional vice president, and that's $6,000 per month, average monthly in Canadian dollars. Some people earn less, some people earn more, and at that level, we can earn an achievement award of $720 additional with in terms of a sales award with ourselves and our team's efforts. And additionally, Arbonne offers us a VP Success Award that can help pay towards that white Mercedes. Okay, so that's the whole, you can go see the details on earnings.arbonne.com for that. And the top level of the business is the top 1% of the company. That is national vice president, and the average monthly income at that level is $19,000. Some people earn less, some people earn more. And you can also achieve a $720 sales award at that level based on you and your team's sales. And in addition, you have a larger VP Success Award that goes towards the white Mercedes. And so that really sums up what Arbonne is, okay? I'm gonna tell you that most of us, I remember the very first time that I heard those kind of figures, I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And like, there's no limit to how big or how small you wanna build it. It's all based on your own desires, and everything starts in the mind. And everything starts with courage when we start to build something. Yesterday I was looking at synonyms of courage, and courage means light, it means love, it means strength. So just embodying those kind of things. If you want something more in your life, you absolutely have courage within yourself. And so 3 things that stop us from growing or from deciding to start an Arbonne business. Number 1, most people say it's time, okay? Time stops them from from starting a business like this. I'll tell you honestly, throughout my nearly decade in Arbonne, most people don't start Arbonne because they have time. They start this because they want time, and they understand the possibility of having repeat orders. And the fact that we have consumable products, which is so important and key when you're looking at a business. That is the power behind our business. And so if that's stopping you, that is why most people start it, and that's how most people build freedom from it when they decide to build it actively. The second thing that stops people is they don't have money. And the reality is that we're already shopping this stuff. We're already spending money on things that we would start our business with. With the $49 to $59, I'm just going to encourage it. $49 US, $59 Canadian. I would encourage you to think about how many times that you spent that kind of dollar. Like I've spent those kind of dollars on cheap sweaters that I've never worn. So I think to myself, I could start a business and I could shop things that I was already shopping before in my own store at a discount, and I can build my own brand. And the third thing that stops people, and I'll tell you honestly, it stopped me until I heard this one word, is what are people going to think about me? And what I live by is that no one will suffer the consequence of me not going for my dreams. The only person that's going to suffer the consequence of me not living my life out loud is me. And I'm not going to let anybody dim my light on that figure. So if any of this spoke to you, if the culture, the products, the opportunities spoke to you, I'm going to encourage you to say, raise your hand, declare it over your life that you're going to take this business into your hands, and you're going to become an empowering ambassador of our brand. And just go back to the person that referred you to this video and say you're all in, and I can't wait to welcome you on board. And so thank you so much for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you and cheering you on.